My narcissistic sister ruins family bonds for attention. Now she only has me.
Well.
Who's she gonna ruin next? Trigger warning, we talk about some extremely dangerous scenarios with natural disasters. If that is a trigger for you, I would recommend skipping to the next story next episode. Thank you. Let's get into it. This is the story of my sister, 35 female, Jill, and her journey to proving to everyone everywhere that she's the queen of narcissism.
The Lord of egotism.
Love that. But I'll let y'all be the judge of that. By the way, this comes from Lizzie Boo. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime. Send them in. To set the stage, Jill and I are the youngest of 5 in a blended family. The oldest from my mom in a prior marriage and the other 2 from my dad's side. My sister and I were the only full siblings from our parents, Jill being the baby. Growing up, she was voted most likely to succeed. I was voted most likely to disappoint.
Why was that an option? Most
likely to be a loser.
You gotta have a rock bottom somewhere.
Yeah, right?
Dang.
You have to have a... For the most likely to succeed to mean something, you gotta show the spectrum,
Your
right?
school sounds like a nightmare.
Shout out to Florida's education system.
What kind of 80s high school is this?
Woo!
High school movie, I meant.
This is the truth. Fast forward to age 19, Jill has found Alan and decides that now is the time to get pregnant. So Jill makes sure to get pregnant. Our family practices a very strict religion, so our father naturally insists on marriage. Alan and Jill agree, and they began planning the wedding. Here's where we get a good first look at the narcissism I speak of.
Classic.
First, Jill and Alan already were in decent credit card debt, so to start their family and marriage debt-free, our parents had to pay their debts clear.
Dang.
That's
nice of them.
It depends on how much it is, but I'm guessing that was not nothing, even on the lower end. It's like thousands,
no cheap change,
tens of thousands maybe. My mother gifted Jill my parents' original wedding bands. Wow. They helped with the wedding and offered to buy reasonably priced dresses.
Yeah, very fair. They've already paid off the credit card debt.
Might as well throw in $1,000, $5,000 dress. The first thing my sister buys on her paid credit card is the expensive wedding dress she really wanted, and then return the one my mother got her. Let's run that debt back up, baby.
She's like, I know that you just paid off my credit card debt, but what if I ran up some more?
But she said, I'm LeBron and I'm putting numbers on the board.
Yay.
I'm trying to be the best at debt ever, growing it. And then my sister conveniently loses the wedding bands my mother gave her, forcing them to find her better quote unquote bands. Any contribution made to the wedding was met with more expectations or disapproval.
No.
After the wedding, we all figured it would all work out. After all, Alan and Jill did seem to work well together, and now they have the most amazing, perfect little baby boy. All seems great with normal relationship struggles.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it, John.
What do you mean? Kids fix relationships.
You're right.
This is a fact.
My parents stayed together after they had me.
So you saved their relationship.
Yep.
So
Living proof.
What I'm hearing is that you need to hire Riley.
To be your child.
To be your child.
Okay.
You can make business out of that.
Right?
Just double the price of whatever these guys are paying me, and I'll do it.
Not allowed.
No, you're stuck here.
Hey, we'll start a bidding war. At this time, I unfortunately fell into a
problem.
A substance problem and a need, very strong need.
A strong need.
And left home for a few years, rarely contacting family. I did come home to meet baby number 2, a beautiful baby girl, my mini-me, and I was understandably kept at a distance.
Oof.
Fast forward a few years, and I met my husband, and we eventually got into a serious car accident and sustained significant injuries and survived life-saving measures. My God. We came home, got married, went to rehab a few times. We have 7 years clean in 20 days.
Congrats. Wow.
Hey, OP. Celebrate that. And we were able to live with my parents while we worked on jobs, and I worked on walking again after the accident. Dude,
wow.
OP, really, that was in 3 sentences.
A lot.
We just lived
a whole life.
Quite an experience. I'm now back in the family and came in with the impression that my sister was a saint, a perfect mother and wife. A lot happened after my husband and I got married. Jill gives birth to bouncing baby number 3, another boy. Our grandma passed away. We all were and slash are deeply connected and close to her, so this still hurts and affects us all. So this is important to our action story. Action. Following our grandmother's passing, a few months later, there's a large storm that hits, causing significant flooding and dangerous conditions. My sister and her husband were in my oldest nephew's bedroom in the basement working to stop the water from coming into the windows while my nephew watched from the stairs and the baby was in the walker in the living room a short distance away.
I'm worried.
I don't like this. Their townhome was sat very low in a community next to a rapidly filling creek.
No.
While they worked on the window and moving the belongings from the wall, they didn't realize their neighbor's basement had been filling with water and the wall collapsed, taking my sister and her husband into different rooms in the basement. They were hit with cinder blocks and personal belongings, which disoriented them from finding air and direction to safety. They found air in the rafters, and my sister was able to find her way back to the window they were originally securing. There was a very high, very tiny window. My sister had 3 babies, so she wasn't small and she is a little short. The one thing that didn't float away was right there below the window was my grandmother's chair. This chair gave my sister the heightened stability she needed to work through the window. Once she screamed for Alan and he was taken to the far back of the basement, he heard her voice, followed it by working through the debris and taking time to breathe.
Oh my God.
He got to the window and my sister helped him out. They rushed to the front of the house, not knowing the extent of the damage, and found my terrified nephew holding the baby, waiting for them to hopefully come get them. My little niece was at a slumber party, thankfully.
Oh my God.
My sister and her family make their way to higher ground at a neighbor's and regroup to lay the boys down, while Jill, Alan, and their neighbor were smoking something. I say before my sorry guys, censorship. We don't know what they don't like. Before my sister planned to go back for the breast milk in the freezer, suddenly the air left their lungs at once in a gigantic.
Oh my God.
Cheese was now throwing them on their backs, and their home was now a burning pile of toothpicks. The water heater was trying to ignite while the gas line was leaking. Now my sister and her family have lost everything they have in the world, but luckily, no one was hurt.
Thank God.
What?
Thank God. Oh my.
Holy cow.
Jesus.
Oh God.
What?
You would think this was a humbling experience. No, this was a learning experience for all of us. I don't know if OP's setting up to be like, because we have
still sucks.
Like she's like a narcissist and everything, but God, we gotta give
her some leeway.
Some leeway, because that is
the most traumatic. Oh my God.
I think that's the most like insane survival scenario traumatic experience we've seen on the show. Honestly,
I agree.
Everyone in the community reached out and gave service to my sister's family, and it was beautiful. Their church made a short film of them and their experience. They were interviewed on the national news. The gym my sister belonged to raised funds for them. Local car dealerships helped them, put them in a van. A kind man is letting them buy their home on a generous contract to boot. New home, new car.
That's a great community.
This is great. Yeah, seriously. Where do you live?
Yeah.
Let's move there. All I heard when she would go through donations was, why don't some of these people just send gift cards or something?
Huh?
Okay.
What? What do you want a gift card to Chili's? How's that going to help you?
Another quote. I thought someone would have at least given us one of these. Then the insurance money came. Can you guess what the first purchase my sister demanded she deserved to have replaced? Her wedding ring, hers, not his.
Is that the first thing that needs to be replaced?
Now she has this gaudy, huge, expensive wedding ring set.
And didn't she like on purpose lose the wedding ring set that
she lost the family heirloom wedding set. Then parents bought another set that she said was better. That was lost in the disaster.
So this is her third ring set.
Third. Like, can we...
And we just keep going up in price.
We just keep going up in price, and we keep losing them.
Yeah.
And you know what's so sad? I feel like we had an episode recently where it was like the mother-in-law the mother-in-law threw a ring down a drain, but we theorized that she had secretly kept it. OP theorized that too. I bet she actually secretly did keep the family heirlooms, but now they're actually gone.
That's why I think when OP was like, lost it. Yeah, I don't buy it.
Well, fast forward now about a year to when I worked with Alan and worked close to my sister's house. I would visit them on lunch while she ran her in-home daycare. I eventually got annoyed and didn't come over anymore. When I'd go, I'd be working, because she certainly wasn't. Okay. TV show was on, and she was curled up with her phone while 1 to 2 infants were in a car seat in front of her. A car seat? That's crazy. Oh my God. And 4 to 5 kids ranging from 2 to 8 downstairs with the door shut. Going nuts. I'm sorry, but the scene of like moms watching TV.
Yeah.
There's 2 babies strapped into car seats.
They're not in the car.
In a room, not in the car.
2 in the same car seat?
In
or in
2
separate car
seats. And then there's 2 to 8 more children locked in a room going freaking bananas.
Like,
just going crazy. Free for all. No supervision whatsoever.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, boy.
Sounds like my house near Christmas.
Right?
Riley's
Without the car seats. Without the car seats.
The car seat.
Yeah, those babies are getting played with.
Hey,
all the other ones are going crazy.
At least the children get to run around in like a living room and like open areas.
Yeah.
These kids are locked in a closet. Just run out of closet. I was being hyperbolic in a room.
It was going back and forth.
All right.
It's fair.
She's got to pack as many kids as possible so she can afford her next wedding ring purchase.
Well, at least the kids are ready to go in case it happens again.
Yeah.
In case the house decides to explode.
If the babies already are in the car seats, you just pick up the car seats and you go.
Maybe it's a trauma response.
I don't know, guys. Oh, Opie says, I forgot to mention there's a door going out to the backyard from the basement. A few occasions I'd see kids from the kitchen window and tell Jill the kids were no longer to the backyard from the basement, so they're escaping the room and just like they're like I'm imagining like a 4-year-old to be like,
I'm just hearing Opie going, Jill, your kids are out again.
What's
Jill,
other
the
people's
kids?
kids? It's for her in-home daycare. She's charging parents for this.
The kids have gotten out again.
The kids are freaking going crazy. And she'd get upset and scream at them to get back inside the house, shut the door, and then return to her phone.
You're not a good babysitter.
It's truly not. Our mom basically did her job for her. There's always something else happening that Jill can't be there to watch the kids. She's getting paid to watch. So my mom packs up her work and goes to watch the kids for her. At this point, my husband and I focus more on taking a few more steps forward in our story. So I only got bits and pieces of Jill. When they would leave town, we would all take part in watching their home and pups. When asking for the same in return, watching my cats, which is easier, you feed them, leave once. The pups require several potty breaks, feedings in the morning and night. Listen, I got a cat and that thing is like AI. It self-regulates. Okay.
It is true. It is true. He just puts on the TV and it's good to go.
And you go, what's the weather today? And it goes, meow.
Our cat watches OK Storytime
I've heard.
to feel comfortable.
And I love that.
To ease her
And
anxiety.
you too can watch OK Storytime to feel comfortable.
Aha!
Do you guys watch OK Storytime to feel comfortable?
Me?
Not you.
Oh.
You're here.
I watch it to feel uncomfortable.
Oh, God.
Sometimes I go back and watch myself and cringe.
I go back and watch myself and I'm like, I'm pretty funny.
I'm quite a comedian.
It was at this time I learned what's behind the curtain with Jill and Alan. Jill reaches out and tells me that she's done with her marriage.
Oh.
She's trapped.
Oh, no.
She's married too young. She doesn't love Alan. She just wants to see what's out there and just live her life. Hoo. They've been married at this point for 10 years. She wants to live her life, man.
Live life.
Dump them.
Breathe air.
Breathe air.
I don't know how they're going to get there.
It feels so wonderful.
Without 15 children crawling over our furniture.
It's all for real, though.
I'm telling you just how I feel.
Sister does what any logical person would do in this scenario. So sister proceeds to cheat. Sister proceeds to cheat.
No!
Sister
She's
proceeds
not
to
trapped
cheat.
anymore, guys.
She's not trapped. Here she is.
Yeah. Tell Alan ASAP. Please.
Yeah, please tell Alan.
Please. This is justified by her finding out that Alan was paying for online video interactions and talking to other girls on apps. Well, I mean, talking to other girls on apps. That is, and also the online video interactions. I mean,
So you're
guys.
both cheating.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great relationship.
So he did go so far as to exchange pictures and texts with my sister's elementary school friend.
Okay.
And at the time was also their roommate.
An adult.
An adult, to be clear. So yeah, he messed up too. My sister took all of this as a green light to do what she wants.
Oh boy.
She lied about a girl's trip and flew out to meet another guy. Hey, at least she's getting flown out. This actually happened twice with different guys, by the way. Fast forward to my sister going to college, further her career, meaning Alan has to be a stay-at-home dad and provider while she studied for 2 years for her degree. I should mention our parents literally paid money for her to go to school and even the extra fees to retake failed tests.
No. You get one shot, you don't make it. That's on you, man.
That's it.
Hey, you miss every shot you don't take. That's what
Yep.
she
Yes.
said.
There.
So there you go.
You take that.
Now, the agreement was that she would get her degree and job, and then she'd hold things down while Alan tried to get his business off the ground. The minute she got her degree, she asked for a divorce. And with her sign-on bonus, she got her own apartment.
Wow. Honestly, she played that right.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking just like savage, like financial business moves, she moved like a shark.
Yep. It's Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, her.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
But yet she got divorced and got bank.
And then gave it all away.
Oh, well, that's
But that's pretty sick move.
It's a great move.
Yeah. Pretty pro gamer move.
It was a program. My mom, fun fact, my mom, when she worked at Goodwill, received one of those things to her Goodwill that she was working at.
dude, shout out John's mom.
Shout out my mama.
Yep. You see how everything is revolved around John. He just makes everything about him.
Honestly, we need to get more people to go and marry billionaires and steal all the money and then give it all away.
Yeah. Sophia, I think there's like an older one in like North Hollywood. He's like about 90. He's a billionaire. You could work on that.
We read a story about that, right? That episode's still alive, right?
Nah, it can't be. Only like the top billionaires.
Okay, he is.
He's a top billionaire?
Oh yeah, he's 90 and a top billionaire.
Who is this?
I'll tell you if you're really interested.
I'll look you
I'll
guys up.
introduce you to him.
I'll set you guys up. What was happening here?
We're going to get back to it. Obi said she did what she wanted and told everyone he did things to her and she was a victim. Ooh, who was lucky to escape? Oh, man.
Is she being truthful?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. If I'm reading in between the lines, I guess OP believes that she's not being truthful. Guys, these are very, very, very serious things and accusations. At this point, everyone is upset with her decisions, and she now feels unsupported, so she won't talk to anyone, which means limited access to the littles. Fast forward, Alan is meeting his new girlfriend, who has 3 littles of her own.
Oh my gosh, that's like 8. That's
We're freaking multiplying.
You're 4
Cheaper by the
away from
dozen
cheaper by
right
the
here.
dozen.
Well, I think they had 3 kids. They were watching the others in the daycare.
Oh, okay.
But still.
Okay, half a dozen.
Yeah. Alan decided not to pay for the mortgage for 6 months and was at risk of losing the house. Oh no. Jill refused to help as she feels that he needs to find a place he can afford. Alan's new girlfriend puts up $6,000 plus to save the house and moves in. Honestly, thank God, because then they would lose all the money they put into it. My sister shortly after, and I didn't even think about it, but that's crazy that you can just like be paying off a house and then if you just miss enough payments, they just like take it from you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. My sister shortly after meets her new boyfriend who has a grown kid and a younger kid. Now things erupt and complicated bitter negativity. A divorce request was filed. Over the next year, things get messy. The kids get along great with Alan's new girlfriend and kids, and they equally liked my sister's boyfriend as well. At this time, my sister's boyfriend lost his car and shared my sister's car. This meant that my father had to be the primary transportation for the kids to get to school and appointments. The same father who put her through school, helped with countless expenses, never saw a dime for gas. He had to travel long distances for her, nor did she ever offer a service or to thank him and my mother while she still had yet to pay them back for even just the schooling other than a reimbursement payment she received, and my parents had to ask her to pay them back. Man, that's...
Ali, what?
My parents have always been there to help us kids, but my sister truly takes the cake. At this point, my father retired and explained it all to us. The bank of dad was closed.
Shoo.
To Jill, that didn't apply to her.
Of course not. Jill gets everything she wants.
She gets it all. She shows up at my parents' house asking my father to buy or sign for a used car for her to have, and she'd give her current car to her new boyfriend of 4 months.
She's like, have I got a deal for you? I'm going to give away my current car, and then you're going to get me a new one.
It's perfect.
Take it or leave it.
Bank of Daddy reopened. Hooray! And I get everything I want. And that's the way it's supposed to work.
What the heck?
My father, seeing through this, stated that he knew this was a plan to get her boyfriend a car. He asked the right questions about why he couldn't make this work himself for a man in his mid-40s. And the boyfriend didn't have much for answers.
He's like, why can't you buy your own car? And he's like, well,
He's like looking at the girlfriend for like.
he's like, well, she said that you would buy me a car, and I thought it would be really cool if you bought me a car.
I'm a growing boy.
I'm a big boy. Whoa, I'm blurry.
I'm this many decades.
I'm just years old, and I wanted a car, and my girlfriend said she would buy me a car,
And now you say no.
and that doesn't seem very fair.
You wire.
Yep. And then they lock him in the basement with the other kids.
Oh,
He starts
no.
running
Wait,
around.
actually, no. Never mind. We don't lock him in the
Yeah,
basement
don't
with the other kids. I thought he would just go nuts and bananas, but like, let's not do that. He goes in the basement by himself and goes nuts.
There we go.
Bad optics.
So my sister stood up to leave. My dad asked if she planned to stay and visit. She asked, what else was there left to say? And left.
Dang.
He's like, oh, hey, do you want to like hang out? And like, she's just like, you're
She's
like, not giving me
you're not giving me money, so
what like point do I have of being
why
there?
else would I be talking to you?
Fast forward 2 months, and now my sister has a financial blimp causing her to be short on groceries. She reached out to my mother, who reminded her that any money questions need to include my father, and she invited her and her boyfriend over for dinner. My sister declined, saying she's not going over there just to be rejected, and asked to talk by phone instead. She can't even be bothered to go in person to beg for money.
Yeah, she can't even like go like try and go under the guise that she actually wants to see her parents.
Yeah. At least fake it so
Yeah.
maybe they feel like, oh, she's here.
Trying again. Yeah, we'll give her money. No, she can't even do that.
Dude.
She's silly.
Obviously, this conversation didn't go her way, so my mom offered to shop her cupboards and get whatever she needed for the week to help. She's like selling her plates.
Come on.
Don't sell anything for her. My sister said no thanks. She's fine on her own. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, at least she has some standards. Not standards, but
The mom was
morals.
like, well,
I can sell my last plate for you. And she's like, I guess that would be bad.
she's like, well, I don't have much, but I got this shirt off
I
my
got
back.
this shirt off my
But
back.
it's the last one after I bought you 10th wedding ring.
And I've got all my teeth left. I suppose I could sell those. And a kidney. I don't need both of them.
Oh my God, dude.
She's like, I guess that's too
Plasma?
far.
You need some crazy.
I don't have any eggs yet.
The human body is is bank. There's a lot of things you can sell.
But an old human body, though.
Hey, you can get creative.
Oh, God. So this led to the threat of her and her little ones not coming to Christmas, which was the only time all the little cousins could get together. And we had traditions we now had to adjust. We try to change Jill's mind, but she insists she's not coming. We make adjustments to the games we play, that she's not coming, and we plan accordingly. 2 days before the Christmas gathering. Guys, let's put an ICU in the comments if you see.
What's happening here?
If you freaking see.
If you're freaking seeing a you.
If you're seeing a you. 2 days before our Christmas gathering, she hints in the family text group that she might be coming. Yeah, we don't need to coordinate that at all with you and your family of 5.
It's like, you might or may not see me there. Who's to say? I don't know.
I might make an appearance. I might
Dot. Winky face. And everyone's like, what does that mean? Are you coming? And she's like, I don't know.
She's like a highfalutin society girl trying to be like all cool and elusive.
Maybe
like,
I'll be there. Maybe I won't.
I might make an appearance.
Or maybe I'm too busy.
I thought that the reason why the kid didn't come was because she could go steal the toys, sell the toys, and then somehow eat food with their groceries.
I mean, basically hey, honestly, you take Thanksgiving dinner, that's groceries for like 2 weeks right there.
It's so true. Just take some leftovers.
I'm warned not to scare her away in fear she'll change her mind. We readjust the games again, but not good enough because now there's extra kids now that the BF is with her as well. Remember, they have 6 children. This means there wasn't enough presents, so we forfeited our adult gifts that passes kids' gifts to balance it out.
What are adult gifts that pass as kid gifts?
Maybe like a
Starbucks gift card?
something like, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, what does a phone case? I don't know.
If the children have phones?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
It's like a bottle of wine and they're like, here you go, children.
Yeah, it's got to be something, right? Socks? They don't fit their little feet. Anyway, we're not going to try to figure this out. We have a story to read. Then there is the extreme PDA.
Oh.
She was on her boyfriend's laps, facing him with her legs wrapped around.
Whoa. Okay.
Dude, she's freaking.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Dude, this is a spicy dancing club performance in the Christmas living room,
Yikes.
and making out with him in front of everybody.
Whoa, we ain't at the club.
Going. Remember, our parents practice a very strict religion.
She does not give an F.
Remember that the last thing she said to my father was, "Thanks for nothing," when he wouldn't give her money for her groceries. This all put us on ick mode, and we couldn't leave fast enough. On Christmas Eve, Jill decides to break up with her boyfriend. On Christmas Eve? You couldn't wait like
After
Hey,
making
24
out with
hours?
him in front of everyone?
Yeah.
She has to give herself a gift, all right?
She's like, you know what? This relationship has progressed to its natural end.
And
And I'd like us to go our separate ways.
conspiracy theory, she's already talking to another guy at this point.
Ooh, yeah, I don't put it past her. She's already cheated on her last person.
She's got to give her Christmas gift to someone else this year.
Right. Oh God. Man, she's giving it to everyone.
Yeah, and
When
that's
Santa
called
said ho,
Christmas
ho, ho,
train!
she said bet.
said the Christmas cheer is meant for us all.
La, 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 la.
She said it was because of the emotional intensity and can't handle him being emotional and crying when she doesn't give him attention. She can't stand his son. And she didn't tell him, but she's wanting to get back with Alan to work things out. Her now
But
ex.
Alan's with someone else, isn't he?
Yes.
Isn't he the one with the 3 other kids? I'm pretty sure he's the one dating someone with 3 kids.
You might be right. I might be wrong.
And she's dating someone with 1 kid.
Well, her now ex cried and pleaded, then ultimately put on a Christmas morning face for presents till her littles were picked up by Alan and he packed up his things and left. Jill already texted Alan, giving him the green light and telling him that she'll do anything to gain his trust and work on things, and she cancels the divorce process. Alan doesn't respond.
Dang.
She promises to wait for him. Again, no response.
It's embarrassing.
I threw a party for her littles.
A birthday party?
A birthday party, I guess, for her littles to enjoy some quality time with their aunt and uncle making gingerbread houses. Maybe it's like a snow in, like a cozy.
A little burr party.
I'm cold bird.
Baby, it's cold outside.
They had burr baskets, played games, and had pizza and apple pie,
Hey, yo.
like a real American. This was the most time we had with them and loved every minute. However,
No.
we learned from the kids a bit more truth on what Jill had been sharing.
Dang it.
You see, the little ones were angry Jill had broken up with her boyfriend, so she called him over. There was an emotional reunion, and she decided Alan won't leave his new girl, so she might as well get back with the boyfriend. This is such... Dude, within 24 hours, we went from I'm breaking up. We went from I'm making out with you all over. You can't get my arms off you to you're too emotional. I'm going to dump you with the whole family here on Christmas Eve. Now come Christmas Day, it's like...
I'm getting back with Alan. Alan says nothing, and now Alan doesn't like you, so she's like, nah, I guess I'm going to go back to boyfriend.
I hope he's like, I guess I got nothing better, so...
Yeah.
But eventually...
Oh, no.
Alan messages Jill saying he thought that she was going to wait for him.
These people are made for each other.
Dude.
And now she's going to freaking drop the boyfriend.
She said he never responded and the kids missed him. Alan and Jill meet to talk. And my sister promises promises no more
No
cheating.
more cheating, baby. No more cheating.
Alan said to give him 30 days to tell his girlfriend and give her a chance to get her taxes.
Because she paid for the house. She paid 4 or 6K for the
saved his
house.
house, and he's going to leave her, Sophia.
He hasn't even told her.
So he's going to give her 30 days to give her a chance to get her taxes so she'll have funds to move somewhere else.
Oh my
she literally
God, you
is waiting
monster.
on her tax refund to have any kind of money
Oh my God.
to do this. My sister's lease is up in 4 months. She's planning on kicking out this woman and her 3 kids out by the end of the month, regardless of her saving the house, improving the house, and paying half of everything the last 7 months. My sister doesn't care. Her name is on the contract. She'll just have her evicted. Wow. Now my sister is pretty much only me and any friends that only know her side. She's pushed away every family member with the exception of the oldest sibling who loves us all regardless of what we do, and myself. I've gotten to the point where I want to be more blunt and honest with her about how I feel about her actions, knowing her littles are struggling with the whole thing and it's making it a lot harder. Believe it or not, there's a lot left unsaid here. Wow.
You know what we need to do? Ezekiel says lock Jill and Alan up. I think we need to put them in the room where we had those kids. I think we take the kids out of the room.
Let them run around and go nuts. You know what I mean?
Just let them get the energy out. You
Let
know,
them loose.
let them loose.
There was a lot left unsaid. I tried to keep to the main points. So here's my query to those that stuck through the story. Can you cure narcissism? Can Alan and Jill rekindle their relationships and move on happily?
That's asking too much.
Do I risk losing access to the little ones by making Jill feel unsupported and telling her how I feel? And am I the a-hole for being a supportive role and not giving full honesty onto how she's been acting? We have some comments, but we have to answer these questions. Talk to me, Riley.
You just sound like honestly, you're giving fly on the wall kind of vibes. Even if you did say something, I doubt Jill would even say anything or do anything.
That is a great point.
Jill's parents are calling her out on her BS, but she's still not doing anything.
I think she'd be like, and then keep doing it.
Yeah, so just, I don't know.
And I think that she's going to get back together with Alan, and then they're going to cheat on each other again.
I have an idea to throw out there.
Yes, throw it out.
This isn't like no contact, or maybe it's like medium contact, but I'm thinking intervention. You get mom and dad, you get like everyone who has this Christmas thing who's probably like, what the F is going on? Get everyone together, get Jill in a room and be like, listen up, Jill.
Same room.
The same room the kids were in.
Yeah.
Lock the door, just like Jill did.
Yeah.
Be like, Jill, you are absolutely crazy.
Out of control.
You are absolutely out of control. There will be literally $0 going to support you. There will be zero support. If you text us, hey, I'm going to be here 2 days out of Christmas, there will be zero support for that. We would like to move forward, build a relationship, see you grow and mature and change and like all of this beautiful stuff, be in the kids' lives. But if you don't stop being a freaking crazy person, we're not going to support and enable it.
Yeah.
What do we think about that?
I think it's good. I think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Will it work? Who's to say?
Yeah, I think, you know what, if anything, just to let her know where the line in the sand is for them.
It's not going to cure her narcissism.
It won't.
But it will just kind of say, hey, this is what we're going to give you and what we're not going to give you.
Like, you could be like, hey, when you ask for money, I'm going to say no. And then she asks for money. It's like, can I have money? And they're like, no, I told you.
Yeah.
No. Every time you ask, you're like letting her know this is what's going to happen.
Agreed.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if I agree with my own point. But guys, let us know in the comments below what you think OP should do and if OP's an a-hole.
And there we go.
But let's get into these comments. Comment number 1, oh, Jill is toxic as heck. No, there's no cure for narcissism at the moment. The doctors haven't cracked that case. It's a full-blown personality disorder. She'll be a narcissist until she's 6 feet under. You'll have to work out how much of that you're going to want to put up with. If you say something, you'll likely lose access to your sister's kids. They're going to need someone sane around, and if you're all right living at the edge of your sister's mess, you can be the sane person in their lives. I don't know. It's tough.
I don't know.
You want to be around the kids, but
I don't think it's necessarily your responsibility.
It's not your responsibility, and
yeah.
I just think I honestly
life much harder than it's like a
I think I could be wrong. I'm like trying to think through it, but I feel like it's better to just tell her straight up what she's doing wrong.
It's like, it feels like you're trying to solve world hunger and you're just OP. You know what I mean?
You're just OP.
I don't know. Is that a far stretch?
Jill is world hunger. and you can't solve that alone, OP.
Oh, and she's hungry. Gosh, she's hungry for a lot.
She's insatiable.
she's chomping at the bit for some wedding rings.
Oh,
Give them to me.
Dude, I forgot about the house thing and the things she had to survive.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
That was like the first part of the story. Dang.
And we were like, oh man, do we want to read this? Do we really think it's like, is OP just going to rag on her? It's like, oh, okay, no, she
deserves it.
She deserves it.
Yeah. Not the house thing.
Not the house. No.
To be ragged on.
Clip that. She deserves the house thing. Clip that.
Clip it. Sophia's part, not me. Cut that part out of the clip. Be nice to me. Thank you. You wouldn't be an a-hole if you didn't say anything. Alan knows what he's getting back into. Your parents are setting their own boundaries, and there's nothing you can say that will make Jill into a better person.
Ain't that the truth?
Right, that's just true. Regular people change themselves on their own timetables, and unfortunately, narcissists don't change at all.
Ain't that the truth?
Sometimes honesty actually isn't the best policy, especially around narcissists. Whoa. I've lied to narcissists in my extended family many, many times because the alternative is toddler tantrums and chaos. To which OP replies, in a way, we've always been connected and close, but mostly we didn't like each other, and she was high and I was low. Because I went low first in life, I had my experiences and I humbled myself. For all those reasons, I had to try to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think what OP's saying there is like, I, had these, the rug, the substance issues and other things. Like OP had these like hardships that kind of like humbled her
and wants to give Jill the chances that she got. Yeah,
and it seems like Jill kind of just went off, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna get married, I have these kids, we're gonna chill, and I'm gonna kind of like trying to like live the quote unquote high life to some degree, has a daycare, takes the money, locks the kids in the room until they escape into the kitchen window. Like that's my read of it.
I think so.
I at one time lived a horribly brutal life and did countless things I'll never be proud of. I was also previously married to my ex-wife and was the bad guy in that story. After trying for 5 years, I was honest with her and told her I wanted to explore my life and I wasn't happy. I was 18 when we got together and 23 when we separated. Because of this experience, I try to understand my sister's feelings when she tells me she married too young. I try to imagine she's being honest. Bro, you got to use a lot of that imagination, my friend, with herself and doing what she thinks is right. I know better now. Constantly, I'm being told how wrong I am and that she and I are different people from my best friend who's known my whole family since grade school. I know she's right, and so are you. It's fear of losing connection to the kids that runs my actions. The little girl is now 12 and literally just like me, only so much better. I have a pole to watch over her, so that if she needs me, I'm close and I'm here to catch her, listen to her, help her, guide her, be a good uncle. I can't let her go down the path I chose. It's not an option. I chose not to procreate, so they are my babies and I love them deeply. I just feel fake and like I'm lying when pointing out true feelings on topics we discuss. But you make a good point. The alternative isn't much better. I just want to sort out realistic boundaries. Now we wait to see if Alan truly does take her back. And if he does, will Jill stay? That is the $1 trillion question, my friends. Yep. I avoid her meltdowns at all costs. I've learned how to say things to her to soften the blow of what I'm telling her. So at worst, she doesn't talk to me for a few days. God. My sister prefers to delete people from her life until she needs them again. If you're against her, you're not supporting her. So now you mean nothing and you aren't worthy of her relationship, which leads to missing the little ones. She likes the assertive, dramatic exit. I'm not surprised. Sorry for me.
She likes assertive, dramatic exits. Remember earlier in the story?
Yeah, when she said, I'm leaving you on Christmas.
No. Oh, that one. But I meant like when she had to go through the window of her basement.
I mean,
that's, yeah.
I guess. So
metaphorical.
I think Alan might possibly play this out and make her suffer. I don't think he trusts she will be single and wait for him. And that's it.
Alan, get your head out of your butt, my dude.
Why are you leaving this seemingly great woman for Jill?
Yeah, come on. I know you guys were married for a long time, but like, dude, you leveled up.
It's Jill.
You know what? I just had a thought.
What is your thought?
If OP like distanced himself, gets away from her BS and like was like speaks his mind, like, listen, I don't want to deal with you. I'm going to move away from you.
Yeah.
The 12-year-old is probably at the point where it's like he can sit down with her and be like, yo, your mom's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I want to keep a relationship with you.
Yeah, I want to hang.
Let's keep an open relationship. And then also like, in 6 years, she'll be a legal adult.
Yeah, and then she can hang whenever you want.
So it's like, I'm kind of like, I feel like even though I understand his fear of the risk of the children being taken away,
yeah.
I feel like in reality it would probably work out okay. Yeah. My best gut guess.
There's also going to be, like, even if you said something, it seems like they're still coming to family events. So, like, you'll still see them.
That's true. She needs the stuff from other people in the family.
Yeah.
So she'll show up. Well, that's the end of that story, but not the end of this episode.
My sister stole my baby name because she knows I can't conceive.
Wow.
Just because I can't nut doesn't mean you could steal something from me.
Let's start this off from the beginning. I, 26 female, have been trying to get pregnant for 5 to 6 years with no luck. I've watched so many people I know and love have a baby or multiple babies, most of which were not planned or even wanting kids prior to having them.
Oh.
Just take those kids. It stung a little to see these people so easily have something my husband and I have wanted for a while now, but nonetheless, I was always excited and supportive of them. By the way, this comes from Tired of Me Too, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, my sister lived a few hours away from me for a while, so we didn't really see each other often and lived our separate lives. Still talked from time to send some love and would go visit each other every now and then. In the past year, her ex and her broke up and she needed to move home. She was heartbroken and was just trying to mend herself back up. We got close again, of course, still fighting as sisters do. But she knew she could rely on me. I talked to her a lot about wanting a baby and the struggles it's been for me. I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and have done some fertility treatments. I had to stop because it was taking a toll on my mental health. She had told me numerous times that she did not want children ever. I knew that part of her was just blowing steam because she had a traumatic experience with pregnancy before. And I knew that someday she would make a great mom. However, if she didn't want kids, then I supported that too. I think that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
During this time, my sister was out having fun in her life again and dating around. She found a guy that she fell in love with quickly, and the relationship was beyond toxic.
Why do we fall in love quickly with the toxic people, guys? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Best way to sum up the relationship was high school relationships. She found out that he cheated on her and she left him. In her new heartbreak, she came over to my house and vented and had mentioned that she had little signs that she could be pregnant, but kind of giggled off like she knew she wasn't. She started to see this guy again, but kept it from the family because none of us liked him to begin with, but definitely didn't like him when we found out he cheated.
Oh, God.
We all knew she would go back, though, and you can't tell a grown woman what to do. Sister, 30 female. Month and a half goes by, and we hadn't seen each other in a bit. She asked me how I was, and I told her, feeling pretty depressed and all around crappy in life. Then she says, well, I can make you not depressed, and pulls out a picture of a sonogram, which seems like it would probably make OP more depressed.
That was literally going to accomplish the opposite of what you just said. Definitely.
I was excited for her, but feeling pretty low in life and said, oh my God, congratulations. You're going to be an amazing mom. But no, I was not jumping up and down for joy.
Oh.
Mainly because I was sad that she was, in a sense, stuck to a man she had only known for 8 months that had already betrayed her. She didn't like my response and said, well, that's not the response I was looking for. So I asked her what response she wanted. She told me she thought I'd be crying. Wait, like in a good way?
I'm so happy.
Or did you want her to cry in like a sad way?
I think like a happy way, but
I told her I was excited for her and couldn't wait to be an aunt. I didn't really know what else to say to that. We started talking about what gender she was hoping for and cute names. I told her in a playful way, if you have a girl though, just don't name her Sky. Sky is not the actual name that I want, but I don't want my sister to see this and connect the dots.
It's probably River.
Yeah.
Because they're both blue and she wanted something that is opposite of River, so that's Sky. Hear me out. We live in 2024, 2025. Everyone's kids is named River. Or Rowan, water related.
Yeah.
Or Lily.
Come
on, think about it.
My cousin's name is Lily.
See? Exhibit A.
Yep.
There you go. She laughed and started saying other names she liked, and we ended the conversation on that. Some context to the name ordeal. As far back as I can remember from childhood, I had a unique name that I loved for a baby girl and told everyone it. For years, even before I started to try for a baby, anyone that I talked to about children, I told them that if I ever had a girl, this would be the name. This was something that many people in my life could attest to. And to sum it up, it basically was a well-known fact with anyone who I was close with. I know I don't own the name, and other people can use it, and I know it's my own fault for oversharing the name, but it's a name I'm passionate about and always have been.
Trademark it. Make it illegal for mothers to name their babies this name.
Yeah. Do what the
From
rich
now
people do.
on, I decree this is my name for perpetuity.
Want to use Sky? $1 billion per baby.
Jump a few months in, and I'm at my mom's house, and we're talking. My mom says to me, your sister the other day was talking about baby names with me, and she said if she has a girl, she wants to make her Sky. My mouth dropped because my sister knew dang well that this name meant something to me, and even though I don't have children yet, if I ever had a girl, that would be her name. My mom then finishes it with, but I told her not to do that because that's the name you always wanted for a girl. Props to mom. W mom.
W.
Love it.
W.
I was pissed. I am excited to be an auntie, and I know my sister will be an amazing mother, but as my sister, I think that was a really low comment. My mom told me not to say anything to her because my sister has a tendency to want attention and to compete with people, especially me. Yeah, well, she's stealing your name. I feel like she did want her to cry, OP to cry in like a sad way. I feel like she was trying to do that.
Yeah. That's what she actually wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I kept my distance from her and kept my mouth shut out of respect to my mom because I know my sister would have turned it into a battle between my mom, her, and myself. I was and am way too drained in this life to deal with bad blood. I also found out later that she was having a boy, so in my head, it was a little bit of karma going her way. Oh, so she can't even name the kid this.
Or does she do it instead?
Sky doesn't work because that can be a man's name.
But it was also,
What?
She said that was a fake name.
Sky.
Sky could be a dude's name?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of, there's like multiple actors named Sky.
Name one.
He was Sky from the
Name
Pitch
one.
Perfect. He plays the love interest.
Okay.
There's also Sky from Mamma Mia. Also plays the love interest.
A lot of love interest in
That's
this
all.
guy.
That's all
Sky?
the Skies I know.
Yeah.
All right.
I talked to a few different people about this, and most agreed with me that it was a jerk move to even say that she was going to name her baby the name I always wanted. My best friend even said, put aside the fact that you've been trying for years, even if you weren't. This was a name you've wanted forever, and she knew that. One of my grandmothers said, who cares if she wants to name her baby that? Graham, woman, 84 years old.
Yeah, she's about to die. She's just like, come
Who cares
on.
if she wants to name her baby that? Who cares about anything you say, Grandma?
Just let her do anything she wants, and if she hurts you, you just gotta take it. Cause I said so.
take it.
Unlike you, the baby's going to be living for like 100 more years, so.
And then my grandma proceeded to tell me that before my sister was pregnant, she was telling her that she wanted a baby, but felt like she couldn't because everyone knew that I was trying. Then after finding out she was pregnant, telling her that she felt so bad because she was and I wasn't.
Grandma, shut up.
Okay? Grandma, mind your own business.
Spit your dentures out.
Mind your
You're
own
done.
freaking business. I was talking to my other Gram, Marjorie, 80 years old, and she told me that my sister said the same things to her before and after she was pregnant. Why is everyone chatting with the Grams? Graham M. Marjorie told me that it wasn't very nice of her to do that, but you can't pick others' behavior. Okay, so you have one good grandma. That's good.
One.
And also, you got multiple thousands, if you will, of episodes that are also good. If you go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app, search up OK Storytime. Woo! Doot, doot, doot. I love my sister and I am very excited for her and to be an auntie. I have not said anything to her about this and probably never will. She got the cutest baby bump and I hope she allows me to be there for her and my nephew when he arrives. It doesn't upset me when people I care about get pregnant, but of course I'm going to be envious of them as I think most women would. I know this was extremely long and all over the place, but am I the a-hole for being hurt by my sister saying she was going to use the baby name I've always wanted? And comments to finish this story off.
Comments.
1, she didn't like your positive response because she wanted you to cry at her news.
Ooh.
She wanted you to be upset that she was pregnant and was mad that you didn't act that way. I really hope you get your chance to be a mom. What helped 2 of my friends get pregnant was adopting a baby first. That's the way it works sometimes.
Whoa.
Another friend was going through a private adoption of an unborn baby, and when she found out she was pregnant, didn't want to cancel the adoption for fear of another miscarriage. That's how her kids are about 6 months apart in age.
Love that.
And Opie says, that's kind of how I felt when she said that to me. I am truly excited for her and myself because I'm getting to officially be an auntie. Just wasn't sure exactly how to take it. I go out of my way to make sure there is no confrontation between me and my sister, and I try to just play it off the best way that I could while being supportive of her. My husband and I have talked a lot about this and have agreed that if we're not able to naturally conceive, then one day we will be parents to a beautiful child and give them all that we want. Comment 2 says, not the a-hole, but think your sister will need you soon. Her relationship isn't the best, and I can't see it surviving a child. Watch out for her trying to get you babysitting all the time. I imagine she will take advantage. Good luck on your journey. I hope you get the child you deserve too. And Opie says, thank you for this. I appreciate your kind words. I will definitely be there for her, but also create healthy boundaries. I think that's smart.
We love healthy boundaries.
I have noticed her boyfriend being a little better this time around than before they broke up. So I hope he continues to do right by both her and my nephew. And that, my friends, is the end of this story and this episode.
Whoa.
And the stream.
Wow.
Do you have any final thoughts?
You know, I think OP, keep that good head on your shoulders and just keep moving through life and focus on the positives of being an auntie, maybe looking into adoption yourself if that feels good, you know, and don't listen to the haters, specifically
your grandma.
Your freaking grandma. Grandma can
the
fall
biggest
in a
hater
hole.
of all.
Yep.
Yeah.
She probably will soon.
she ain't got much longer anyways. But yeah.
But yeah, just tell your sister how it is, man.
That's right.
But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.